Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much.
Howdy, howdy.
What's up, Ted? What's up,
There you are.
Tony? What's going on, man?
You doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How you guys doing?
All right. I got lost a little bit on the World Wide Web. I'm multitasking up here.
It's wild out there, man. It's wild out there. How's it going?
What's up, Teddy?
It's good.
All right.
Good.
We're doing good.
Excellent.
There you go.
All right, man. So I want to take a few minutes here to come on and talk about some big news that we got. And we made a big announcement a few days ago. We've had a lot of people asking some questions, and so kind of thought this might be a good way to address it. So let's just get right into it. So yeah, the big news is that we're moving, right? And what's happening here? Sorry about
Holy
that.
cow, we got a lot of people on here, huh?
Yeah,
We got
man.
Jen
Yeah, man.
Burns, Charlene, Andy's on here, Charlie's on here, Laurel's on here.
Yeah,
Laurel Chazen, and haven't heard from you guys
Yeah.
in a while.
yeah.
Nick, we got Nick, New Hampshire Nick. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, so we're just gonna jump into it. We're talking about the move, and yeah. So what happened was we found out back in the fall, Treasure Valley let us know they were going to do some construction, and they weren't sure how that was going to affect our festival. So we started kind of looking around, and we may or may not need to move, and what we're going to do. And yeah, if you guys watched that video that Tony put up, amazing job on that, Tony. By the way,
Thanks, buddy.
Really,
Couldn't
dude.
have done it
Nice
without
job.
you guys.
nice job, man. So the big things with Treasure Valley this year was that we couldn't use the coffee house, we couldn't use the pavilion, and they eventually confirmed that there would not be water throughout most of the camp, and so that just really wasn't going to work for us. So we had to do some other stuff and some other thoughts. But Ted, why don't you talk a little more about that process and what that looked like for us?
Yeah, so they back in October, I got a call from Treasure Valley, and they asked me to come up there and have a chat with them. What they said was they Boy Scouts do everything through grants, and they got a big grant saying that they got a grant to put in a new coffee house. So what they did is they said that all kinds of time constraints, they had to tear down the existing coffee house and they put
Big
up
job. Yeah,
and
good job.
to do that, they had to do it immediately after they shut down their camp, which is like 2 weeks before we start our process. And they couldn't change the date on that. So when we got there, the coffee house, as we know it, would be a hole in the ground, and there would be construction tape all around, and they would be in the process of trying to build a new one. So that whole area would be caution taped off, and the new pavilion would be caution taped off. And underneath the coffee house is a well, and we would lose water to the bottom half of the campground, which is at what we call crossroads. All the way down would have no water. He said they said they would try to get us water, but they couldn't promise, couldn't be for sure. So when we found that out, they said they would do their best to get us more information. So my mind went into what do we do from here? I went looking around and to try to find campgrounds that were comparable size. And I checked here, there, and I found Moses Campground. And
There's not many options out there for something that would work for us,
Not many options at all. I found Russell, Mass, which is pretty much the same. I don't have the exact size, but it's pretty comparable size to the campground that we have now.
Yeah, it is.
And gave them a call. I said, would you be interested in talking to us? And they said, absolutely. Come on down and give us a look-see.
Cool.
And the whole board wasn't able to come down that, right away. So me, Shane, Tony, and Nicole went down and looked around and said, "Oh my God, this is a different campsite
Mm.
background, but it would definitely work."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we got a quick tour. And
Yeah, I wanna ask Tony, because Tony, you've been out there a number of times. You guys, we went out there first time, then you went out with the rest of the board as a group. You went out a few times yourself, right? And took some video and some pictures.
I
Tell
did.
me about
Thanks.
that.
Yeah, I did. Actually, we got a hold of a drone, which I've never even touched one, let alone run one. So that was fun. I practiced in my living room, chased Lori all over the house with it, and ended up going up there and getting some drone footage and walking around with Tim. He's the ranger and real nice guy. And getting some footage of some drone footage, some camera footage, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Of course,
I see you posted something down here. Do you want me to share
I
that
did.
and we can take a look at it?
Sure. I don't know what I posted, but we can go ahead and put it up there.
All right.
Let's
All right.
see what it is.
It says campsite 2.
Okay.
Was this one that? How far in did you want me to go on this one? I forget.
I don't know. Let's see. Here. Okay. So this coming around. This is the one cool campsite. It's kind of in a circle. All of these are for tents. All of these little platforms are for tents. And of course, you don't have to put your tent on the platform. You can put them on the ground.
Nice.
These are scattered throughout the whole place. There is a ton of them, a lot more than Sober in the Sun. We found that out. Remember, Teddy, we found that out going back there the second time. And they have this individual one here in the middle has a huge fire pit. Let's see if, here's the fire pit right here. So this is in the middle. Okay. And this is like each campsite, each little area for camping has a community fire pit, and that they don't want fires at every tent. So they have community fire pits for the campsites, and which is pretty cool because, you can get to know everybody that way, and it's a little more,
Did they say, can we also have burn barrels there as well, like we do at Treasure Valley?
Yes, they did. The barrels we got. So,
awesome.
And when we talked about that, remember, Teddy, the first time out there, as long as we bring them off the ground, we can have them out there on the main field.
Great.
We were thinking of possibly putting tents on the main field out past the area of where the people are watching the concert. So you can camp out there. That's also going to be where the RV parking is. So it's going to be like a close community out there. But it's big. It's big, but everybody's going to be, it's not going to be like a Woodstock, without the wood,
Yeah, I got the same kind of vibe on that main field, and I feel like one of the things that I really appreciated the most about it was it's a much more centralized location than it is from Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley is so big and spread out, and there's roads, and it's a 25-minute walk if you're going up to T-Bird or something, So everything here seems like it's closer to the field, to the vending, to all the activities, and I think it's going to make for a much cooler vibe, of just that, like a stronger community. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely, and I think the same thing. I think it's going to be pretty cool. There's so much stuff there. There's across the lake. There's camping. There's going to be RV parking or parking at least over there across the lake. There's a store there. There wasn't we do have a store there. The scouts are going to man a store, so we're going to have them stock it with stuff that we want. Plus we have a store also. So, one of the big things we were talking about was flashlights. So it'd be a good idea for everybody to bring a flashlight. You know, I mean, I needed them last year at Sober in the Sun, and I didn't have any, and I had to scramble to go find one. So we're going to have them sell flashlights there. We're going to sell flashlights. I'm trying to get another video up. Teddy,
Okay.
what do you got?
Yeah, there's let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 13 campsites.
Yeah.
Just like Treasure Valley has, I forget how many Treasure Valley has for campsites, but there's 13 campsites, but they're a lot closer together, and some share big fire pits, and I've been going to Treasure Valley for many years, and I have gone up and down the hill and up and down the hill and around and up and down the hill and up and down the hill many times over the weekend. This is almost entirely flat. There's one hill. You go down the hill and go to the beach, and go back up the hill and go to the main stage. And when you're up the hill from the main stage, then you're flat the entire rest of the time you're there. So it's like walking. There's no other hill. So that was one of the biggest things that we noticed when we were there is that, wow, there's no more hill. There's no more hill, which is incredible. So we that was one of the big things that we noticed that was gonna make a big difference is the flatness of the campground, the community. I think it's going to be one of those things that you're going to get there on Friday night and go, what the heck? This is different than Treasure Valley. I don't know if I like it. And then you're going to wake up Saturday morning and say, oh my God, I had a great time last night. Who's playing on the stage, Tony?
Yeah.
You know. You know what?
Yep.
We don't have a lineup yet. I was waiting until we announced this, and now I can talk to all the people that have emailed me and make the phone calls. I can start making the phone calls. So
I love it.
We do have a band that we talked to today. I didn't talk to them, but you did, Shane. What's the name of them? They're out of Boston.
They are called the Lucky Bastards. And yeah, we're talking to them about something else, a different event that we're going to possibly try to do some outreach with them on. So we'll have more about that later. But yeah, so they're interested in playing too. So
okay, I got another video up here. You want to check it out or what? So
yeah, I got a couple of questions coming in. So I figured we do.
You got questions already? Here we go.
Just a few.
All right, let's hit them.
We have one from Jed is wondering, will we still be able to come in on Thursday as well? You want to take that, Ted?
Hey, Jed.
Absolutely, Jed. Absolutely. We'll it's
Jed.
The rules as far as when we come in, when we start doing setup and all that stuff, they're going to remain the same as they were before. Well, I'll be in there on Sunday, the Sunday before, starting to do setup along with the whole setup crew. And we're going to be opening on Thursday, and then the official opening is Friday morning at 6 a.m. But we will be opening on Thursday at noon, just like we have been at Treasure Valley.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're trying to keep everything, program wise as it has always been.
Yes.
Some things obviously are going to change, different locations. We might need to move some stuff around, but if we can make anything the same, we want to keep it the same. Obviously, that just makes it kind of easier for everybody else. Next question we have here from Angela asking about when to sign up for volunteering. So thanks, Angela. Hi, Angela. Glad you could make it. Yeah, so I'll take that one. So we typically always had these up for April 1st. And just with this whole thing going on, and this announcement just came out, and we're trying to set this up, and there's just a lot of moving pieces right now. I said, why don't we just hold off on this? So within the next few days, if not early next week, we'll have that link open. We are going to launch ticket sales tomorrow morning. So if you guys have friends or people that are asking about that, or if you yourself are on here right now and you're not a volunteer and you're a patron and you I just kind of figure out what's going on, I will have that link up tomorrow morning to buy tickets. So we're getting there, and the volunteer link is going to be coming shortly after. So that's a great question. Thanks, Angela.
Yes, unfortunately, because we weren't sure on the campground and had to finalize everything up, we weren't able to do any of that until we got everything locked in.
Yeah. So why don't I have a bunch of questions here coming in, but do you want to do another video, Tony, and then we can take some more questions?
Yeah, let's just check this out. Yeah, let's check out the one to see I believe it's
The one with the amphitheater?
I think it's the
the water?
amphitheater. Yeah. So this is a little cool deal here. It's this amphitheater. It's got a fire over on the right, a fireplace on the left. Yeah, we'll go ahead and mute me.
Got your bonfire right.
Oh, okay, so anyway, you got two bonfires. They're really cool at night. You can go down there. We could have meetings. We could have bonfire meetings. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. So anyway, I just wanted to show that. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right. So we got some more questions here. We have a question from Teresa. Is there a map of the campground we can look at? So we do have maps. We have a couple. They're not the highest quality, so we're kind of working on fixing that. Ted and I were looking at, and Tony, the three of us were looking at one earlier today, and just it's hard to see. I think I can pull it up here if we want to take a look at it, but it's hard to see. So why don't I go ahead and do that? And but I can't zoom in or point to anything, so I don't know how helpful this is going to be. But if you see along the far right side of your screen there, the main road, that's where you'd come in. The main gate it's about a quarter of the way down that road, around the top part of the pond there.
You got all the campsites
really
on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really that one main road, and then once you get to kind of the top where all that stuff is condensed there towards the middle of the screen, that's the main field. There'll be some RV parking there, some weekend parking, some tent camping, and then straight up to the center of the screen, there's more campsites there. But everything is really off of those main two roads, so it's really easy to get around. It's you can't really get lost there. There's only two main roads that you could be on, so I think it's going to be a lot easier to navigate. But as you can see by looking at the map, it's not really clear. So once we have one that it's easier to see and to
Hi,
kind of make
Teresa.
sense of, we'll get it up there for you guys.
I didn't see her name. Teresa's
Yes, that
always
was Teresa.
Teresa's always got a camp at her house like every year, and I get invited every year, and every year I don't know, I'm just caught up so many things. I'm sorry, Teresa, but it's great to see you.
Yeah.
And we got a little band issues going on right now, Teresa, so I told you about that, but not to be worried. We will be back soon.
Ted, here's a question for you. Will we need camp hosts?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Not as many as we have in the past, but we will need camp hosts.
Yep.
John's a great
Absolutely.
guy. John's a great guy for camp host.
Awesome. Appreciate that, John. Thank you. Here's another good one. Tony, you can take this one from Sherry. This one's for you, Tony. Is there a coffee house?
There is a coffee house.
Tell
Yes,
us about the coffee house, Tony.
Well, the coffee house is huge. It's 1.5, 2 times bigger than our coffee house.
Yep, absolutely.
Great part about it is we don't have to man the kitchen. The Boy Scouts are going to man the kitchen for us. So they're doing all the cooking, and we just get to have fun. There's going to be the same thing. There's going to be entertainment in the coffee house. This year, we're going to get a comedian. So
Nice.
I think that's a must. We need to laugh while we're there.
Yep, absolutely.
And like I said, now that we officially said what we had to say, I can go ahead and get started with all of the entertainment. But Absolutely. The coffee house. There's even going to be a tent outside the coffee house, a big tent. So, people can go out there and I don't know, we might even have some events out there. I'm not sure. But yes, we will
Yeah,
definitely have a great coffee house.
I think it's going to be great because, like you said, it's huge. It's probably twice the size. It's massive, and any night you go in that coffee house at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and it's packed in there. There's nowhere to sit, and I don't think we're going to have that issue at this place. There's going to be plenty of seats. We're not going to have all the tables stacked up, taking up all the room. I think it's going to
Right.
be really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be really fun.
And if I had to
Um,
imagine, I think we could. I know Andy, our security director, did a really good job of establishing an established meeting at the pavilion outside the coffee house last year
Yeah.
at Treasure Valley, and I think that outside where Tony was talking, where the tent's going to be set up, would be a really good place if he decides he's going to establish a meeting again this year. I think that would be a really good place to do that
Good.
too.
yeah,
I threw
think
up a
that was-
picture of the coffee house. I just
Oh
found
yeah,
it.
you did. Look at that.
So that's just a partial of it. Of course, it's big. It's big coffee house. It's nice, beautiful. And, like Ted said, man, we got the outside, we get the coffee house is just going to be amazing this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be great. Next question we have from Michael: will there be water and electric available in the RV area? Ted, you want to take that one?
Yes, we're going to have a generator. We're going to rent a generator and have it set up for electrical purposes for the RVs, and a generator to
A
splice
big
box.
generator.
Yeah, a big generator, which will, not a
Yeah.
Home Depot generator,
So
a
we
big
will
generator.
have that. Um,
And
and yes, there will
water's
be
gonna,
water available.
and the water is going to be the same type of water that we had at Treasure Valley. So we're not going to have super water for everybody, but we're going to have a limited amount of water.
Bring
So-
your own wise. Bring your own hoses. Bring your own wise, because after just like Sober in the Sun, people
Right.
would cut into the hose and put their Y on there, and that would be their water. So there's going to be,
just
water
like
that way.
just
Same
like we
thing.
used to at Treasure Valley, it's going to be
Yep.
the same water situation as we've had at
Mhm.
Treasure Valley.
Yep.
So that's not going to change a bit, and your power that you've had at Treasure Valley is going to be the same. So nothing's going to change there.
Right.
All right. Next question here. Another one for you, Ted. This is from our harbor master, Mr. Danny Rourke.
Uh-oh.
Danny.
He's voting, and can I put the boat in? What's up, Danny? Good to see
What
you,
up,
man. Thanks
Danny?
for making it.
I haven't got the official on the boat, but there is a big lake, and I believe I've seen boats on that lake. So
Yeah.
I will get that answer for you, though, Danny. And I will personally give you a call and let you know. How's that?
Thank you, Ted. Some other questions here that we've already answered. You know what? We're getting some of the directors in here have been answering questions. So Jen Baglio, thank you. Jen's been on here answering some questions. Thank you, Jen. Andy's been answering some questions. Appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. I think another thing that I'm really excited about that we haven't touched on yet, that's nice about this place is that all of the amenities that they have there are available to us. So Tony had mentioned the store. That's one of the things. They also have like a blacksmith, right? They have like a
Yep.
blacksmith shop, and they said they would have somebody for that. What was some other stuff, Ted? I forget. There was the climbing wall. They're gonna maybe have somebody for that.
They have all this stuff available for us if we choose to have it. So we're
Okay.
going to be reaching out in the near future to take surveys from you guys and say, if we open the climbing wall, would you guys be interested in it? Because if you guys are interested in it, we will open it. or we
Yeah.
will have them open it. If you guys are interested in learning, if your kids or you are interested in learning about blacksmithing, we'll have them have their blacksmithing shop open. Trying to think of what else. I think they have a woodworking shop also. I know they have archery and rifle range, but I don't think we want to really dive into that
No, I think we'll
this
probably skip
year.
that one.
Yeah.
We'll skip that one.
I know they have a
But I
hand
think
radio
a climbing
shop.
wall and a blacksmith, I think would be really cool. Have some different things, and I think people might be interested in that.
I'd like to real quick, while it's on my mind, just
Please.
commend the board for all the hard work that they've put into this too. Everybody's put some hard work into this to make this happen. We all went out, we all looked at this place, and we all made the decisions together. And I just think, it's so cool to be able to keep this thing going, because there was talk of possibly skipping a year because of the construction going on, and people stepped up and said no, no, we can't skip it. We got to find a place, and we came up with one. So the board did a great job, everybody on it. I just want to thank. So there you go.
Yeah, and it's hard to get all of us, especially like last minute to take a trip out west to do this. It's not it's not easy for all of us to be able to do that. So the fact that everyone's able to do that, I wasn't able to. I don't know if everyone's aware that I broke my leg, and so I've been home in bed bound for the last 2 weeks. So I wasn't able to go. But
He was on
I'm
his
glad I
way
was
out
able
the
to go.
door. He's on his way out the door to the St. Patty's Day parade in Worcester.
That was
And we're all
absolutely
waiting for him. And he calls and says, "What do you say, Teddy?"
I called Ted. I was
Wow.
laying on the ground in the parking lot with a broken leg, and I had 911 on one phone, and I had Ted on the other phone. And I was like, "I'm not gonna make it." And they were like, "What?" I'm like, "No, not you, not you. I'm gonna make it, Ted. I'm not gonna make it."
Of course, he had the truck, he had the generator, he had all the frisbees, all the candy. But we scrambled and made it happen.
You
And
guys did. You guys
you
made
were
it
a
work.
trooper. You were a trooper.
You guys made it work.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
bummed I couldn't be there. But
Yeah,
Hey, can you just see what this is? This video right here that I put up. It's
which
the first one there. It's got a building in it.
So
this guy right
this
here,
is our administration building. And
Uh-oh.
Banner?
there.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
not that one, not
No.
that one,
Oh, wait a minute.
or
That's
this one.
All right. So
yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
put that
sorry.
for a minute.
this cabin
one.
here sleeps
Okay.
about, I don't know, 16.
This is the one.
Yeah, well, why not? That's not the one, but you could show people
Oh.
the nice brook that runs through the
Yep,
campground.
it's beautiful.
You know?
It's beautiful.
Just a beautiful place. You can pitch your tent right up there. This whole area you can camp.
Yeah,
And I didn't fall in taking video neither.
nice job. Proud of you.
See all that? Great camping spots.
Yeah,
And then you got the lake right
Beautiful.
down there. But
yeah, it's right
okay.
down by the water too, huh?
Yeah. Okay, that's all. I just was checking out to see what I'm uploading.
No,
Yeah,
that's fine. And then
I hope you guys know that, Treasure Valley holds a pretty special spot in, I'm sure, everybody's heart, because we've been there, 30 years is a long time to be in one spot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an easy decision to try to even want to look at a different spot. And
Okay.
to make that decision to go and look at a different spot, and for all of us to go there and decide that we might want to move and to find a new spot and make a decision on yes that we're going to move wasn't easy, and it took a lot. It took a lot from the entire board.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you, for me anyway, when it was a unanimous decision from the board to make this move, made me feel that we were doing the right thing. and I hope you guys understand that it was a unanimous decision from the board, and we all decided together that this was the right thing to do. And we're doing it for you guys, because we didn't want to take a lap year and not do it, not have a festival. That's the last thing we wanted to do. And
Yeah. Yep.
let's get through this year and see.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
Yep.
be the right decision.
That's great, man. That actually leads us to a question here that we have from Jonathan asking, do you think this would be a permanent move? And we've been asked this so many times, Jonathan, and I think the answer is that we're focusing on this year. We don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know. We might get there, and it might not work for us. We might say no, we got to go back to Treasure Valley, and we don't know yet. And we know that this is where we're at this year. We need to do this year, and then we can focus on next year. So we're really not trying to say yeah or no, because we don't know. We have no idea. We just know that this year we'll be there, and then we'll figure out what happens after that. Then I have another question here from Dale. Dale's here. What's up, Dale?
Dale, what's up, Dale?
Longtime director, volunteer. What's up, lady? Dale's asking, are we able to drive to our campsites to unload? So this is something we're still working on with the camp staff about it. They have expressed they don't want cars going to the campsites, and logistically that's going to be challenging. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to navigate that. So I think it's safe to say that we don't have an answer for that right now, but it's something that we're talking with them about. Do you anything to add on that, Ted?
I think
okay
at
if
this
not.
point,
We don't know,
we don't have a direct answer to that, but it's leaning towards no.
Right.
But if you, it's more of a yeah. The roads are the roads off the main road are very narrow.
Right, and which is why we're going to make the golf carts work. We're going to get some golf carts that we can bring people's stuff from their car up to their camp, unload them, and do it that way. We're gonna have a whole crew doing that. Correct?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
so it's looking like.
That's what it's looking like. And it's once again, it's not our rule. It's not our choice. It's not our decision to make. It's a logistical decision. It's because bottom line, the roads aren't wide enough for two-way traffic.
Right.
And they also have a ditch on either side of the road too. There's a drainage ditch, so you go off the road, you're not coming back out. So.
Exactly, and the minute you get one car stuck, you're screwed for the weekend. So the suggestion, strong suggestion made by the scouts is to not have cars go to the campsites.
Yeah. Actually, here's a good comment from Anthony, another longtime volunteer on first aid. Anthony, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Change is hard, but inevitable. Yes, Anthony, it's hard, and there's going to be some things that are going to be different. But we didn't. I mean, the alternative was to not have a festival, and we didn't want that. So we figured, hey, it made more sense to go through some changes and make it difficult than to not have it at all.
Anthony.
So I appreciate that. But Anthony, thank you for being here.
Anthony, wait till you see the medical building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I love that. We kind of talked about this already from Christine. Christine, thanks for being here.
Hi, Christine.
There's no divided up camping areas or pavilions and campfire rings. There are no pavilions that I remember like there are like in some of the established sites at Treasure Valley, but they're set up a little differently. So there'll be like one site, there'll be like a major site that has multiple smaller sites. Am I making that? Does that sound about right, guys? Because you guys have both been out there more than I have.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little more about that? Tony, you want to talk more about that? Because you've been out there quite a few times.
Sure. It's a community. As all I can say is it's a community. There are the flat uh, the platforms for the tents all throughout the woods. And there's different sections of woods that they have all these platforms. And in the center of all of the platforms, there's a fire ring. And so it's like a community fire. It's probably a good sized fire by the looks of the pit, right, Ted? I mean,
Yes, Christine, to answer your question directly, you're right. There is no pavilion per campsite. What it is the campsites are like 3 campsites together in one bathroom.
right.
So at the end of the bathroom is not a pavilion, but is the wash station. So there's a wash station at the end at one end of the building for the bathroom. And the bathrooms are much larger because they to accommodate 3 campsites. So it's like a much larger bathroom with a wash station at the end of it for your dishes or hands and dishes and or hands. And then, but it's and that bathroom is to accommodate 3 campsites. So it's 3 campsites worth of platforms, put it that way. If hopefully that answers your question. If not, ask it in a different way.
Yeah, I think it's just set up a little different. I think people are thinking, we're thinking of there's a lot of questions and comments about, for instance, the herd. And is there a place that like the herd can all be together in one area? Yes, anybody can be together. You can stay together. I don't know where that's going to be yet. But there is not a big pavilion like you had in the past. For like the Thanksgiving meal, they don't have the big pavilions at the campsites, but the sites are big enough for everyone, for you guys to still all camp together for sure. What else? There was another, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. From Chris, can we get golf cart for us old farts? There will be golf carts again. So we're still going to have golf carts. That's not going to change. We'll still be able to get folks around. So don't worry about that, Chris.
We specialize in getting old farts around. That's old farts and handicapped people are our specialties for the golf carts.
Question here from Michael. How big is the RV area? How many RV sites? I want to say the RV site is big. I don't know numbers wise how many individual sites. Yeah, we have to go out again to
we
do
have
logistics on electrical and everything and stuff like that. And we'll know more numbers, as we get a little bit closer. But there is going to be RV camping for sure. Yep.
We have not measured it, but the major area where we're going to put RVs, there's a couple of spots, but the major area is bigger than the lower RV area is current that at Treasure Valley. It's bigger than that, so it's probably 1.5 to 2 times the size of that.
Yeah, so it's big. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of comments. I feel like I've pulled together a lot of the questions here. What's that, Tony? I thought you said the question, is there any hills? No, Dale, there's hardly any hills. There's one hill as you drive. If you're camping at the top part, then no, you'll be flat the whole time. If you decide to camp on the bottom section, then there's some hill, but not much.
There's a hill if you walk down to the beach. There's a hill to go down to the beach. There's a hill to go down to the amphitheater, and you're going down the hill. There's one hill, and once you get to the bottom of that hill, you either go to the beach, go to the amphitheater, or go to your car for weekend parking. But then you go back up the hill, and you're right where everything else is. So there's that one hill, and it's nothing like the hill that's at Treasure Valley. Nothing like that hill.
No, no. We have one here from Andy. What's going on, Andy? Glad to see you, man. What about power for medical equipment? I believe some of the sites have power. It's the same as Treasure Valley, not every site, and sometimes that was kind of a challenge, but we made it work. Right.
We will
So,
have a first handicap section.
okay. So they'll have power and everything available. So we'll make sure to cover that. Yeah. So if you guys have other questions, I feel like unless if I missed one, then pop it in there again, please. I apologize. There's a lot, and I'm kind of going back and forth here. But I think in general, it's safe to say that we're excited. The board's excited, and like Ted said, I wasn't able to go out for the second visit, and it was nice to hear that everyone went out and everybody who was there loved it, and that's great. That's great. We're excited. I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, but I think we're up for it. I think it's going to be good.
I think in a couple of weeks I could have a lot of more questions answered in regards to music and entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we going to do this again?
I would like to. I wanted to pose that question to all of our followers here. If you guys found this helpful, if you want to do this again, we'd definitely be up for doing it again. And
Sherry
doing
just
this every
said,
now and
can we
then.
drive up there to check it all out? No, because this is a Boy Scout camp and there's things going on 7 days a week, summer, winter, fall, spring. So,
Right, we have to respect the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
right.
So it's the same as Treasure Valley. We ask that you don't go up there. It's we rent what we're going to rent for that time that we rent it. Outside of that, we're not there. It's not our property. It's private property, and we need to respect that. So,
But you can
Charlene's
go to
asking.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ted.
You can go to their website and look at their map, and you can. They have a very, very nicely set up website.
Yeah. Yep.
You can go to.
Charlene's asking, are ticket prices changing? No, ticket prices aren't changing. Everything is the same. Like I said, they'll be going live tomorrow. We're trying not to really make any changes. We just want everything to kind of keep going. And we've had that ticket prices haven't changed in, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years or so. Which is
Charlene, you know why ticket prices haven't changed? Because of people like you, Charlene, who go to Gillette often.
yes,
Often.
yeah.
So thank you,
That's a
Charlene.
It's a great plug.
Hint.
Great plug for Gillette. For you guys who don't
Yes.
know about Gillette,
Thank you, Charlene.
we do concession is our biggest fundraiser of the year at Gillette. We do concerts all summer. We do all of the Patriots home games. We do the Revolution games, and we get majority of our fundraising money comes from there, and that's the only reason why we're able to keep ticket prices as they are. Otherwise, without that money, honestly, we probably have to double our ticket prices to be able to continue to host the festival. So, if you guys are able-bodied and you have 12 hours and you want to on a weekend, you want to give up, come hang out with us and have a good time, please check the website, soberinthesun.org. At the top banner, click on Gillette Stadium. There's a schedule right there posted with all of the events we have this year so far.
Rick, Christine
love to see you
Fleming
there.
has a question for you, or for us. With the amount of people, how do you plan on moving us and our stuff in a timely manner if we cannot drive to them? Well, nobody said we were going to be in a timely manner. We're going to try our best. We don't know, Christina. We're going to try our best. We've got a crew with flatbed golf carts, and we're going to do the best we can. And that's all I can say is we'll do our best.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have another comment here. Great. Awesome. Jen, who's our director of first aid. Jen said this is still a plan in progress. Yes. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
There's a lot of questions. People are asking that we don't really, everything's in the works. Andy asked, can I get a camp layout map for camp hosts? Once we have something like that, Andy, absolutely. We'll make sure that we take care of those things. But, right now there's bigger, long time picture things we have to work on. And when we get a little bit closer down the road, we can start
Thanks,
working out
Rick.
some little
So
things. But
what will help
I
a
tell you.
lot is if people who know they're going to come to the festival is to go to the Camp Moses website, get an overview of the site, and decide where you want to camp, so you'll know when you show up. I'm going to go to Saratoga campsite. I'm just picking a. I have a map in front of me, so I'm picking a site. Say, hey, I want to camp at Saratoga, and there's a 90% chance that if you show up at Saturday at noontime, there's still going to be a platform open or a flat spot open somewhere in Saratoga, because these sites are
Mhm.
beautiful and there's so many flat spots, it's ridiculous. And if so, you've already picked out your spot. So when you show up and you pull in to the place where you can meet a golf cart to unload your stuff, you'll say, I want to go to Saratoga. Boom, you unload your stuff. We know where you already know where you're gonna be. I know you can't visually see it, but you'll know where you want to be on the campground. Boom, we get you there. You're in and out. You go park your car, or your spouse or your significant other parks your car. You come back. You're at your site. All your stuff. You're done. So if you could download a map and you can visually figure out where you think you want to be. There's some that are further out. If you want to be further away from people, decide you want to be there. And
also, Teddy,
that's a big help.
I'm going back there. We're going back there. I can go through there, the camps, and I can just do some quick video and put together something, and I can label the different camps. And I can just do a circle video or something just to show you real quick.
You're never going to see everything, but if you look at the map that I have that you'll be able to that you can get off of their site,
they're all the same. They're beautiful.
They are, but it'll say like Saratoga says 32. That means if there's 32, that means there's 16 platforms, because that you can put. They consider 2 people on each platform, two bodies in a tent on a Boy Scout tent on a platform. That's how they do the math on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's just platform sites. Then there's all the space around the sites of you can just put up a tent anywhere you want. So I mean, there's some place there's Ticonderoga that's got 52.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're big. There's some big ones on there.
Sites are huge.
Way more than we have at Sun.
So do yourself a favor, if you're coming and you're coming, grab a map, figure out where you want to be, and when you get to get to Moses, pull in and say, I want to go to this site. We'll have people guiding you where to park your car. Unload your stuff onto a golf cart. We'll take you right to your site. Boom.
Yeah.
It'll save a lot of time. If Christine, you were concerned about how we're going to be able to get people unpacked and brought to their sites in time and in a timely manner. That will help us out a lot. It'll help you out a lot. And tell your friends the same thing. That's going to be our biggest challenge. And if you guys can help us with that, it'll help us, everybody else, all the way around.
Yeah.
Well, that'll certainly help us getting all your stuff to your campsites. I mean, if everybody knows where they're going, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and also you got to remember, it took us 35 years to get Treasure Valley to where it was last year. So if there was anything that went wrong last year, it's 35 years and we're still not doing it right. So there's going to be some ups and downs here, folks. You know, I
Yes.
think, but I think it's getting mostly up. I think it's mostly going to be up. So we'll have a good time.
What did he say?
Johnny, I got that text from you. Thanks, man. I shared that same map earlier. It just you couldn't really see it on the screen. So we're going to work on trying to get something a little clearer with a better resolution.
Brian,
Tickets seem to be sold out. They have not launched yet. So tickets will be going on sale tomorrow. There is no wait list. So I think if you're on a wait list, maybe you are on someone else's wait list because we don't have one. But our tickets will go on sale tomorrow morning. Soberinthesun.org. There's a link across the top of the screen that has a link you can buy them there. So they'll be on sale tomorrow morning for sure. Rudy, no. Just to answer your question, Rudy, no. That's all. Oh, man.
That's it, Rudy.
Just no, Rudy. Yeah, man. So I think it's great, man. I'm excited, but yeah. So is this something you guys found helpful? Do you guys want to do this again? If we pull this together in another couple of weeks, we get some more information. I think this might be a fun way to kind of stay connected. So we'll put the feelers out, and if you guys are interested, and we'd love to have you hop on with us, man. That'd be great.
Maybe we can get a couple more directors on here,
Yeah, for sure. This was just kind of like a quick, all right, let's just throw this together. And Tony had a bunch of videos, and so I figured have Tony on here to talk about the videos. But
What's really
I think we do it again, and
yeah.
maybe next time we can have Jen come on and talk a little about first aid and what that's going to look like. Things like that, about more kind of department specific stuff and what it's going to look like. But I think that would be great. So awesome. Well, thank you guys all very much for being here. Appreciate you taking some time out of your same out of your way. Yeah, Rick says great way for an all hands meeting. I like that, Rick, but we can't see faces here, so this feels it feels a little less personal than the all hands meeting.
Yes.
But it's much more convenient. I'll be honest with you. This is much more convenient. But that's where we're at. So awesome. Well, thanks everyone. If there's no other final questions, I'm seeing a lot of thank yous and people seem to be excited. I'm loving this.
If you
So
come up with questions, write them down so you can ask them next time.
Yeah, thanks Shane for coming up with this too.
We're going to share this to the page as well. So you can comment on this. You can reach out to any of us, any of the directors. If you guys don't know, if you go to our website, soberinthesun.org, you can scroll to the right side and you can see all the directors. There's a tab there and you can click on whoever it is and shoot them an email directly. So if you have a question about entertainment, you can click on Tony's picture and it will open up an email that sends directly to Tony. If you have a question about security, it goes straight to Andy. Vendors goes to Jen. So you can do that and everybody will get those emails. Or you can comment on the page here is fine too. Once this gets posted, anything we can do. And as always, if you guys have questions, you can always send them to info@soberinthesun.org. We can get questions there too, so anybody can answer that stuff. So,
you too, Dale.
Yeah.
So I'm psyched for it. Derek Wells, me too, buddy.
Yeah, Duck. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be great. There's a couple of mountains on the site too. We were talking about that earlier. Tower Mountain and I forget the name of the other one. Coffin Handle Mountain. So maybe get some good hiking out there.
Right.
Hiking might be fun. Maybe I could walk by then. That would be nice. I'd appreciate that. So it'll be good, man. It'll be good. But awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. And we're gonna head out. Ted, Tony, thank you guys. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you. I don't know, 2 weeks, or what are you doing?
Sure. Let's say that. Let's say 2 weeks, and we'll try to get some more information together, and we'll do some updates, and we'll go from there.
Sounds great. I'll get more info too.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay. Have a good night.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Peace
out, guys. Thank you.